Alright, so let's have a look at expressing this polynomial. X to the 4 minus x cubed plus x squared minus x plus 1. And we want to, let's divide it by x squared plus 4. So I'll get some x squared plus 4's ready. We can do it via splitting that. There we go. Alright, so something like that. You don't have to get them all ready at once. So first thing I want to do is make an x to the power of 4, so I need an x squared. That gives me x to the power of 4, so I'm all done. Now, the other thing it does give me, so if I maybe color code, so in my mind I'm going, it also gives me a 4x squared. I'm going to keep that in my mind. But I've done x to the power of 4, so really I'm up to x cubed next. And if you have a look, we're after negative x cubed. So I know I need a negative x in order to get that negative x cubed, so now I can tick that off. But that also gives me a negative 4x. But now I'm up to, I've done the cube, so now I'm up to x squared, and you have a look, you want x squared. Well, I've already got 4x squareds. So I know I've got it, what do I want? I want 1, so I've got to get rid of 3. So I know then I want a minus 3x squared. Alright, so now that gets both rid of this, and now I've got my x squareds correct. So now I'm up to my x's. Now, what else does that give me though? Of course that gives me a minus 12. So now I'm up to my x's. Remember I'm dividing by x squared plus 4, so therefore my remainder at most is linear, which it is, because I can't put anything in front there that will give me the balance the x's. So I know that at the moment I've got minus 4x, but I want a minus x, so I'm going to have to add 3 x's back on. And at the moment I've got a minus 12 and I want a plus 1, so I'm going to have to add 13 on. So that's going to be my remainder. So if I express it in the form of divisor, so I'm dividing by x squared plus 4, so that's my divisor. My quotient is that x squared minus x minus 3, the coefficients of those brackets. And then my remainder is going to be 3x plus 13. All right. So hence, find the values of c and d such that this polynomial is divisible by that. All right, so if this polynomial, so it's the same almost polynomial, except we've got cx plus d here. Now, if it's divisible by x squared plus 4, that means there's no remainder. So I'm going to have x squared plus 4 and this x squared minus x minus 3. But no remainder, so that remainder is going to be 0. What did I do? Oh, I just close that bracket. There we go. So yeah, so I can do that because I know I'm just changing the coefficients here, and that's just the linear part, and the linear part is where my remainder comes in to balance it. So I can know this. I can know that this works. So now I'll just look at the coefficients and the constants. So the constant's kind of easy to look at. So we know the constant on this side comes from positive 4 times negative 3, which is negative 12. So we can see that D has to be negative 12. And then if I look at the coefficients of x, so that's of course C, on this side. Coefficient of x, where will I get that? I will only get that from here, and that'll be negative 4x. So that's the only place I'm going to get a coefficient of x. I can't see any other expansion. For example, this part would give me negative 3x squared, this would give me 4x squared, this would give me a negative x cubed, etc. So you could expand that out, but you can just have a look and see where you're going to get your coefficient of x. So C would be negative 4 and D would be negative 12.